to me like.
I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I get your body, then jump in the course. Follow the core and then back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I kill him some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. It was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't shit to me, we making history. Fought through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. Be bitches all over my vibes. The bitch, I got options. I keep a chopper right on the dresser next to the Oscar. Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my constant, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top, ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me, tell me what they know about me, I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Bitch, I'm
Hey, they're not up yet. The Valentine's Day candles aren't up yet. They will be up later today. So here's the problem. I thought the Taylor Swift song was like completely different than it is. So, hey, Gina, I was like, okay, this is not the message I'm trying to convey here. So I do have some good news too. I figured something out. I did not understand how everybody was getting these sound effects from Streamlabs, and I figured it out, and I knew Dayton had one. So I was like, Dayton, give me that deck you don't use. But when I try to figure out the software, yeah, that's not happening. So when he gets home today, he's going to set it up for me. So starting tonight, we are going to have full sound effects and music on cue. So I'm so excited. I'm so glad. And now I figured it out. Streamlabs is not hard once you figure it out. StreamYards is easy, but I would never pay for it. Especially because OBS and StreamYards are free. I mean, like, one thing I would suggest is buy the Prime and download a shitload of overlays, and then you have those overlays. Like, I canceled my subscription because I'm paying like $20 a month. I'm like, I'm not even using it. So I canceled it, but I still have all of the overlays from when I had it. So It's totally worth it. But yeah. What's up, everyone? I think they do have tutorials. I set mine up back in 2017. My ex had done it for me, but I've had to, remove it and then put it back, and I've had no problem with it. It's a little complicated at first, but you can watch YouTube videos and figure it out really quickly. So speaking of being hands-on, that's one thing that I want to point out. Now, I know a lot of people know this already about me, but there's a lot of people that don't. So I do everything hands-on. I do everything from trial and error. There are probably 1,000 easier ways for me to get things done, but for some strange reason, I like taking the hard way, and I like just trying different things, and honestly, I teach myself. And along the way, different problems come along, and I find myself, "Okay, that didn't work." But I also come from a background, nobody was crafty. Like, there's no my mom didn't even know how to sew on a fucking button. Nobody in my family does crafts. Like, nobody was crafty. So when I started my candle business, I didn't have a fucking clue what I was doing. For me to even know how to do a Cricut or do stuff, it's shocking because it's just not where I come from. I come from a family that was, "Hey, call someone. You need something done, you call someone and you pay for it." That's how I was raised. And as long as you have the money, that's not a bad way to live. And that goes along my cousins, my aunts, my grandmother. It's just the way we were raised. My brother doesn't have a fucking clue what to do about anything. He's not handy at all. Nobody in my family's handy except my uncle. But when I met Brad and moved to Iowa, and he really changed me and taught me how to do things, how to be handy, how to create things, how to, read certain things like angles and just a lot of shit. So once that happened, I wanted to learn more and more. I wanted to learn how to fix my own vacuum. I wanted to learn how to fix, the garbage disposal. Like, I didn't want to have to call anyone. I wanted to learn it myself. So when I started my candle business, that was like on a fucking whim. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I need money. I got to support my kids. And what ended up happening was a lot of trial and error and a lot of mistakes and tens of thousands of dollars wasted. But I needed to learn my way. And again, I still make mistakes. I'm not fucking perfect. But when I try different things, I choose to share them with my audience because most of my audience knows how I am and they know that I do trial and error. And I'm just showing them something like, "Hey, look what I did." And again, if something is not on the website, then it's not complete. There are things that I've been working on that I still haven't put on the website, and it's been like 2 fucking years. But I'll throw them on, because I'm not, like, completely happy with them. So I'm not gonna put them on the website for sale. So that's just how I work. And I think some miserable people, I should say, don't know, they don't have to know. It's really none of their business to begin with. But some people may take that wrong and think, "Oh my God, look what you did. That's so bad." I'm not putting it out there for judgment. I'm just putting it out there like, "Hey, this is what I'm working on." Working on means this is my idea, and let me see how to perfect it. Let me see how to make this better. Let me see if I can turn this into an actual product. Let me see if I can turn this into a fucking masterpiece. Who knows? And every time I do something, it gets better and better. And every time I try something, some things work. There are things that I've scrapped. I'm like, all right, this ain't going to work. And it goes in the garbage, or it goes right back in the wax melter and gets turned into wax melts, and then goes out for mystery boxes. I mean, there's a million things. But when I first learned how to use a Cricut, making t-shirts, whatever the situation, it's a trial and error. And when I see and when I hear some of the shit that goes on around here from people that do absolutely nothing, that never try to better themselves, that never they just miserable. Thank you, Criminal Med. And just miserable human beings. And I don't even understand how people live that way, like completely unprovoked. So this morning I woke up and someone said to me, actually, we'll start with last night. Last night, somebody came to me and said, why is this person coming after you? I have no idea. I don't even fucking talk about her. Well, she's got a real hard on for you. Whatever. She'll get over it. That's on her. Then this morning, I wake up. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I guess somebody was running their mouth about me. That somebody is JP. But she wasn't running her mouth about me. She was running her mouth about my business, which I find incredibly pathetic. But then again, what else would I expect from her? But I don't talk about JP. I don't talk about her. I don't go where she is. I don't talk about her life. I don't talk about her business. I don't talk about her kids. I don't talk about her husband leaving. I don't talk about her empty cabinets. I mean, nothing. I don't talk about her at all. Like, I don't even fucking think about her. Not privately, not publicly, nothing. So I can't for the life of me understand why she felt the need to bash my business. Now, again, I didn't watch it. I don't know what she even said or what was said or the context of it. But the person that told me is a pretty reliable person. So I don't think that this person just said it to me and was lying. But it really got me thinking. And it got me thinking because, wow, what a miserable human being. Get rid of Muffin Mouse. I don't even know why Muffin Mouse comes in here. Get rid of them. Just block them. Don't even remove. Block. And I can't see them. So, but yeah, please block them. And I'm sitting here like thinking about it. I'm like, why would she talk about my business? Like, why? Do you have nothing else better to talk about? Is Betty like dried up or something? I don't get it. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Like, if your only fucking purpose in life is to bash someone else's business who doesn't mention you, doesn't talk about you, doesn't do anything when it comes to you, has nothing. Like, I'm not going to say I don't have beef with her, but I don't. Like, she's like in nothingness land to me. Like, I don't think about her. I don't talk about her. I don't go where she's at. I could care less about her. So for you to attack my business, for what? What? Like, just what? Are you really that fucking miserable in your life, JP? Because I am sure that there is something in your life that you could make better. I'm sure that there's something in your house, your life, your personal life, your working life, whatever it may be, that you could actually make better in your life and focus on than some random stranger's business that you never even bought anything. So it's not an opinion based on something that you purchased, which I would even give you some leeway on that. But it's not even that. You just pick some random stranger on the internet to go after. Why? If I was talking about you, if I hit a subject that, you didn't think was appropriate to talk about, or if I was talking about a case, or I gave opinions on someone, I get all that. You have every right to have an opinion. And who the fuck am I to tell you differently? But to bash my business? Make it make sense, JP. Like, I don't understand why that makes you feel good. And if that's the only way that you can ever get views is by bashing someone's business, you need to reevaluate your fucking life. Like, for real. Because again, say what you want about me. You don't like me? That's fine. Don't like me. You have a problem with me? That's fine. I have a problem with me. You want to talk shit about me? Be my guest. Talk shit about me. But for you to actually bash my business says so much more about you than it could ever say about me or my business, for that matter. And that goes for anybody. Bashing someone's business does not help your friend's business. It does not help your business. It does not help anybody. I mean, it doesn't bash me. It's not saying anything about me. And I don't know if you realize that. I don't know if you're intelligent enough to realize that, JP. Nobody that watches you is going to buy my stuff anyway. So who are you talking to? Who are you bashing my business to? Laura haters? Gee, that's intelligent. Thank you, Eker. Like, that's an intelligent thing to do. That's an intelligent thing to talk about. Let's bash Laura's business to Laura haters because we have nothing else to talk about. Explain the logic. Because Betty's dried up, so let's just bash Laura's business. It makes no fucking sense at all. Okay. Only because you put this out there, I'm going to address this real quick, and then I'll get back on topic. What he said was, he didn't say that girls had to be girls and boys had to be boys. All he said was there's two genders, male and female. None of this, oh, I don't know what I am. You either are a girl or a boy. You are a girl that identifies as a boy, or you're a boy that identifies as a girl. But you can't be a nothingness. That's what Trump said. At least that's how I understand it. So to say that to Gina just shows how ignorant you are, because he's not saying that a girl can't be a guy or a guy can't be a girl. That's not what he said. He just said you have to be something. You can't be nothing. You're not going to be a nothingness in the world. You're either identifying as a male or a female. I don't care which one, but pick one. That's all Trump said. And I've seen that ignorant comment in other places. So I just had to straighten that out. Hey, sarcastic one. Hey, 420. So, okay, back to JP. People also don't, and that comment was a perfect example. People twist things into whatever happens in their head, even if it's not the truth. And then they run with it, and then more people run with it, and then more people run with it. And what a simple concept in the beginning turns into mass hysteria and turns into this overflated sense of stupidity. And that happens in this community like every fucking day, every day. But where people have, how do I say this? Where people don't fully understand is that tearing someone down, a complete stranger, Hayes Coast, a complete stranger who doesn't even mention you, if you derive pleasure from tearing them down, you are the problem. Welcome back, sarcastic. Hey, Rock Gem. You are the problem, not the person that you're tearing down. They're not the problem. They haven't done anything. They haven't gone after you. They haven't bashed you. They haven't talked about you. They haven't done anything with you. You just, again, like nothingness. Haven't even mentioned you. So when you go out of your way to tear that person down, that says so much more about you than it does about anybody. And that goes for many people. And I have said the same thing about Betty. You can't just randomly go after Betty because it's Betty. Go after her for a specific reason. You don't, she said this, this, and this. Okay, I get it. She, did this, this, and this, and I don't like that. So I have an opinion on that. Okay. Everyone's entitled. I do that. But what you don't do is call Betty's sister and say, we don't like your sister. You don't try to fuck with her income because you don't like something she did. And that goes for anybody. Whether your business is YouTube or your business is a candle business or your business, you own a restaurant or real estate, whatever the fuck your business is. And there's far too many people. It was a while ago. I think someone called her sister. Don't quote me on that though. But I think they've done horrible things. Make no mistake. I mean, people call people's moms. They've done a lot of things across the board. Call people's landlords, trying to get them fired, call their jobs, trying to get them fired. There's certain lines that you just don't. Parole officers, let's call someone's parole officer because I didn't like words on the internet. But they were the first ones to judge something you did. That's my issue. So far too often, you see even what are they called? Subs. I couldn't think of the word. Subs. say comments like, well, I sent this here and I sent that there and I sent this there. Why? Do you not think the cops will figure it out on their own? Do you not think the cops got a handle on it? If some scammer contacts the police and wants to write X, Y, and Z, don't you think the cops will figure it out? That would be a hard yes. If someone is scamming somewhere, don't you think the cops will figure it out? They don't need your file. They don't need your phone call. They don't need you interrupting with anything. They got this. And I seriously can't for the life of me understand why so many years later, so many people don't grasp that. I am not ever going to tell you that there is a perfect person on the internet. I will definitely not tell you there's a perfect person in this community. Every single motherfucker in this community has done some shady shit, some worse than others. But anyone that says they haven't is a liar. I'm talking creator-wise. I don't mean sub-wise. If you turn on your microphone and you go live, you have done some shady shit somewhere, somehow through this platform. So the ones that like to point fingers at everybody else are probably the most guilty. There you go. Rock Gem says, I took the YouTube World Tour, and you're right. And some lie, and some hide it better than others, and some admit. But there's not one creator in this community whose hands are clean. Not one. I know some would like to think they are, but they're not. But regardless, I forgot where I was even going with this. Shit. I had a valid point. Now I forgot. I totally forgot where I was going with that. Shit. Oh. So if your only way to deal with who you are and the things you've done and the people you support and the shady fucks shit that they've done, so let's point out someone else and let's show all their faults. Oh, absolutely. Annie Elise has done a lot of shady shit. A lot. Now, I don't mean like, calling CPS. I don't mean that kind of shady. I mean shady like she lies about cases. She lies for views. Yeah. So big creators do it too. But I was talking about this community. I'll tell you one couple. I don't know if they're a couple. The Misery Machine. Somehow I don't think they do shady shit, but you never know. But I'm just saying, in this community, the Krama sector, there is not a creator that has not done shady shit. And it could be small shady. It could be shady in the sense that they supported someone who was doing shady shit and they didn't say anything. Well, that's shady. So back to my original point. So I learn about JP talking about my business, and I just want to know why. I just want to know what pleasure you derive from bashing my business. A business that I have worked very fucking hard for, and a business that I continue to grow from, and a business that I support my children with. Obviously, super chats are not flying in. So I have to support my house somehow, don't I? Yeah, I do. So why do you feel the need to bash it? If you don't like it, then don't buy anything. You don't buy anything now. So what the fuck is the difference? But I just don't understand why you feel that my business, my income is your personal vendetta for an unprovoked thought that you may not like me. You claim to be intelligent, JP. That's not intelligent. You just showed exactly the lowlife that I always said that you were. And it's sad. It's truly fucking sad. How you can sit there and constantly, and I mean constantly, bash people who don't even talk about you. Betty, me, I don't know, Sinner. I don't know if Sinner's still, if you and Sinner are still going at it. Jonesin, I've seen you talk about a lot of fucking people that don't talk about you until you speak of them. So I'm just curious why. But to put that in a positive, because I do like turning negatives into positives, we are doing a special, and it is a candle special that JP likes to bash, and all candle collections are 25% off. And Mighty Mouse, are you fucking retarded? What I did was almost 4 years ago. Get the fuck over it. Jesus Christ, live in 2025. All right? We're in 2025. That happened in 2020 or 2021. Can you get with the times? These people that leave these comments about, well, you did that. It was almost 4 years ago. I owned it. I apologized. I moved on. How long are you going to fucking continue? You are the exact person that I'm talking to. Like, literally, the exact fucking type of person I'm talking to. The amount of hate and anger that you have by bringing up constantly something that happened 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago, says so much more about you than it does about me. Nobody at any given point ever said that I was perfect. At no fucking point did you ever hear me say, I am fucking perfect. I have made my mistakes in the past. I have done things I shouldn't have done. I have said things I shouldn't have said. I have gone after people I shouldn't have gone after. But what happens? You learn from it and you move on. But to constantly bring up something that happened almost 4 years ago and call me a hypocrite for it, I pity you, dude. Like, I literally fucking pity you. Because if that's all you have, just that one mistake I made, as compared to so many motherfucking mistakes that have been made in this sector over and over and over and over and over again, that's sad. But again, it says so much more about you than it ever says about me. So you can take your comments and go bye-bye. And you could take your hatefulness and go bye-bye. And you could take your I'm holier than thou. I never made a mistake in my entire fucking life. And oh my God, you would think that I committed fucking murder. Instead of these hateful morons being like, wow, she actually admitted it, unlike everybody else on this platform that denies, even when the proof is right in their fucking face, they still deny it. But they're okay, right? That you have no problem with. All that gets totally forgotten about. Just totally forgotten about. But have someone have enough integrity to fucking be honest about it and get called out and fucking didn't make excuses and said, yes, I did it. Well, maybe I did make excuses at first, but yes, I did it and owned every fucking ounce of it. That is what you don't like. That is something that half this community cannot fucking handle. They can't handle the fact that I admitted it. They can't handle the fact that I was open about it. They can't fucking handle the fact that I didn't cry like a little bitch and be like, oh, poor me, poor me. Nope. I owned it and I said I moved on from this a long time ago. Hopefully you guys can move on from it. Was it the wrong thing to do? Abso-fucking-lutely it was. Will you ever hear me apologize again? Not a motherfucking chance in hell. That one's for you, Amber. If you want to ask me something, you'll have to pay for it. Thank you. Super chats only is how I'll answer questions. Thank you. Anywho, there's a lot of them. If you like blueberry criminal med, I just got this. It's not even on the website yet. Just tell me if you want it. But it's this blueberry. Oh my God, it smells amazing. It's not a blueberry muffin. It's like a blueberry margarita. It smells so good. It's not even on the website yet, though. But if you want it just put it in the comments. Put it in the notes. So now I forgot what I was saying. You threw me off criminal med. Now I'm thrown off. Bourbon, actually criminal med too. Bourbon and butterscotch is also one of my favorites. But I got in a couple of new scents. So if you want a new scent, just let me know. I know one of them is the blueberry, one of them is wine, white wine. There's a couple of them I got in. So there's one thing in this community that must change if it's ever going to survive. And that is the blatant fucking negativity. There is so much negativity around here. It's like nobody's fucking happy. Everybody's miserable. And the only way that people seem to be happy is bashing someone they don't like. Why is this acceptable? Are we 12? Is everybody in here in fucking elementary school? Hey, Amanda. Is like, it seems like everybody here is in fucking elementary school. This whole Sebastian Rogers side thing, these people should all be ashamed of themselves. I don't care who the fuck side you're on. Every single one of them should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. They care more about fighting each other and proving the other one wrong than they do about Sebastian. The poor kid is so lost in all of this. I'm with the psychics and hey, Truth Seeker, I'm with the psychics and I do believe he's gone. And I hate to say that, But don't use my name, sell your explosive. I have explosive devices, JP. I did not know that. I didn't know I had explosive devices, except the one you shove up your twat. Do you need another one? Did that one bust and it hurt you or something? And I can use your name to sell whatever I want, JP. You bashed my business and got super chats, didn't you? Yes, you did. So you want to lie about my business and say I have explosive devices? The fuck is wrong with you? Like, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? You got issues, girl. Serious fucking issues. Not only are you lying, but you're defaming and you're just a hateful bitch. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll bump you up to 30%. So, by the way, that sale goes until Friday. And it's 25% discount. And the code that you use is came from JP. If you have any issues with the code, let me know. Because I have it as like the C is capitalized, the F is capitalized, and JP is capitalized. So I should have all done it all capitalized. Maybe I'll change that just to make it easier, all lowercase, just to make it easier. And isn't that funny though? So JP says that I shouldn't use her name to sell candles, but she uses my name for super chats. That's kind of funny. That's literally kind of funny. Oh no, anyone that comes from her gets the discount. And let me check. Hold on. I mean, obviously it's going to go for everyone. But that's the code you use. And woohoo, we already got 2 orders. Sweet. The goal is 10 throughout this live, so we need 8 more. So all of JP's people that want an amazing candle, you know where to get them from. And 25% discount at came from JP. So we got 8 more to go. And like I said, wax melts will be on the website later. I have them all made. I just got to label them. I haven't figured out how I'm labeling them yet. So, I have decided, oh, Criminal Med, it smells so amazing. So I have decided that every single, there you go. JP must have meant that they are explosively great candles. Excellent point, Adrian. Excellent point. I have decided that every single time there is negativity towards my business that is completely unprovoked, I will turn it into a positive and I will make money on it. The next one, I haven't figured out yet. But again, if someone just wants to have an opinion on me, I cover something they don't like, more power to you. Say whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. I've learned to be a lot fucking stronger than that. Explosive that can indicate terrorism. JP, do you really listen to all the lies that you're told? Like, I have a bridge to sell you. I can get you the Brooklyn Bridge pretty cheap. Like, do you literally believe everything that's told to you? That's hysterical. It's absolutely fucking hysterical that you are bashing a business based on lies from someone that fucking I had a fight with. That's fucking comical. That's absolutely fucking comical. And the fingernails, that's a new one. I've never heard that one before. But you know what's funny though? These people that allegedly got this never contacted me by never contacted me by that they, had an issue. They just ran to haters because they were a hater. Like, duh. But I have a Brooklyn Bridge to sell you, JP. Would you like it? I can get it for you for $49.99. Thank you, Rock Gem. I always stay positive. I will turn any fucking negative into a positive. Why? Because that's what happy people do. Miserable people make everything a negative. And speaking of miserable, Missy, let me remind you of something. And I mean this. Did I at all say that I was going to sue JP, that I was taking JP to court, blah, 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 blah? No, I absolutely did not. Again, selective hearing. So let me say again exactly what I did say about JP. I said nobody of JP's that JP preaches to would buy a candle anyway. She fills her chat with Laura haters. They would not buy a candle if it was given to them for free. They would not get one. So I'm not losing anything by her speaking. That's what I said. By her bashing me. That's what I said. So for you to come in and be like, well, you can't sue her. At no point did I ever say I was suing her. At no point did I ever say that I was going to go after her legally. Nope. The words never came out of my mouth. Not even close. Not even implied. Not even inferenced. So it just goes to show how hateful people twist things to create their own fucking narrative when it was never even said. It was never even close to being said. And one thing, I'm live, right? Yeah, I'm live. Hello. And it was never even said. So I find that really interesting. And that's the second or third person that came in with that same twisted way of thought, running their mouth about something I never even said. Oh. So, yeah. And that's what happens in this community over and over and over again. From negative people that want to have a specific fucking narrative. And they want to run with that hateful fucking narrative. For what reason? I don't know. Like, why? What are you lacking in your life that you're this negative? What are you lacking in your life that you will believe anything that you're told just because you don't like the person? You don't know for yourself. You don't have any pictures. You don't, nothing. You just believe what somebody told you because they don't like you. Please make it make sense. I mean, because you don't like them. Please make it make sense. Word to the wise. Find out for yourself something. Don't just believe some hater and say, yep, that's it. Because haters are going to lie. People that don't like me are going to automatically say, this happened, that happened, this happened, when it never even fucking happened. And again, the person whose candle broke, did you see any wax in it? Nope, you sure didn't. They let that shit burn and burn and burn and burn and burn. When you have a candle, you do not burn it when there's a 1/4 inch left of wax. That is when you stop burning it. And that goes for any candle. Doesn't matter what candle it is, unless it's a pillar candle. And pillar meaning it's not in glass. Then you can let those burn to the ground. Burn all the way down. But even those, I don't think you're supposed to let burn all the way down. So, and that also, now we're going back 3 years on that too. What? Angel, it comes with directions. Every single candle I send out comes with directions. People should read it because there's a thank you card in there. And on the flip side is full directions. You have to trim the wick every time you burn it. You want to take off the black from the wick. You want to make sure that it's only, a 1/4 inch from the candle. Wood wick, same thing. People don't know how to use wood wicks. They just light it and think that's it. No. After the first burn, you need to get the black off, and then it'll burn smooth as a baby's bottom. And those directions are in there too. I've made videos for people that ask me, how do I get this burning right? But to go back to a user error from 3 years ago and say you have exploding candles, you are the most pathetic human being I've ever seen. Now, in all fairness, did I used to use wicks that were too big? I absolutely did. That was one of those trial and errors. Thankfully, it didn't cost me everything. But yes, when I was first starting out, I did not know what the fuck I was doing. And I did use wicks that were too big because I didn't want to use wicks that were too small. That's what happens. I've seen many businesses, many candles, top notch, like over $100 candle that don't burn right. People say that boy smells, that almost every candle tunnels. Well, that's because they're afraid to use wicks that are too big. Maybe they had something happen. But I see that constantly. Joe Malone, I heard tunnels or doesn't burn right. So I find it funny that people are going to use something from when I first started, like the first year, when I openly admitted that I'm still like learning. And I'm still going to make mistakes. But here's what I did do. I educated myself. I read everything there was to read. I took classes. I joined every fucking group imaginable. Why? Because I wanted to learn more. I still go to classes. I still fucking learn shit. And I'm still in every fucking group imaginable. And I learn something every day. Literally every day I'll learn something new. And I also teach, someone something new. And I'm proud of that. I don't, one thing about me that some of you know, some of you don't. I'm not the type of person that thinks I know everything and you always got to stop learning. Or like if I'm at a job, you don't need extra education. You'll never, ever hear me say that. Ever. Every single one of us can always do better. Every single one of us should strive every day to do better. And if you don't want to do better and you think that you're just perfect the way you are, you're a sad motherfucker. If you think that in any industry you're in, that you're so great, you'll probably fail out of that industry. I personally challenge myself all the time, whether it be walking, whether it be work, whether it be anything, any job that I've had. I fucking challenge myself. I want to do the best. I want to hit a certain level. And even now, I'm thinking about, switching careers into a career that I never even dreamed. But you know what? Fuck it. It's a personal challenge. Let me see if I can do it. I don't know if I can, but let me see if I can do it. Can't hurt. I'm not giving up candles. Don't get me wrong. But to me, that's how you got to be. Always fucking do the best you can do. And sometimes you're going to fall flat and sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're going to do fucking great. And sometimes you're even going to surprise yourself and you're not going to realize how fucking good you could do it. But you can't do any of that if you live your fucking life negatively, constantly bashing people who don't even know you exist, constantly talking shit about things that you know nothing about. You'll never, ever be happy, ever. You will sit in that miserable place your entire fucking life. Even as a teacher, if you don't think that you need to go to continuing education to get more hip on kids these days or whatever, you're going to be the worst fucking teacher imaginable. Even YouTube. I fucking take these stupid ass YouTube education stuff. It's not helping, but I do. When they tell you try this, try that, do this, do that. That's just me. And again, sometimes I fail, sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes it does. But to constantly criticize every fucking thing I do because it's not up to your standards, that's your fucking problem. That ain't my problem. Stop making your misery my problem. And that goes for a few of you. Janelle. Slander face over there. Your misery is your misery. You live in it. Stop bringing it to me. I don't need your fucking misery around me. I like happy people. I like surrounding myself with happy people. And again, have I made mistakes? Fuck yeah, I've made mistakes. Have I done things I shouldn't have done? Fuck yeah. Are you going to hold it against me for the rest of my life? That's your problem. Because again, I made peace with this a long time ago. Holding on to regret, holding on to anger, holding on to hatred, especially if it's not even your issue. Like talking, perfect example, JP talking about exploding candles. She doesn't even know what the fuck she's talking about or the context or the history. Some hater told her this, so she runs with it. The fuck is wrong with you? That's like literally lacking in intelligence. Someone who claims to be intelligent, JP, that's pretty fucking dumb. I always say something good before. I did that with the kids. Instead of getting mad at the kids, I'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna walk away." I'm talking when they were little. So I'm gonna walk away. Mommy's gonna go in timeout for a few minutes so I can calm down before I start yelling at them. Sometimes I come back and be like, "Okay, mommy, calm down, and now you all have to go to timeout." But it was better than me screaming, "What the fuck are you doing? Stop fighting." And that's the other thing. All these people with young kids that live their fucking lives so miserable. Stop. Set an example for your children. Stop being so fucking miserable. I used to be that miserable person, 2019, 2020, even some of 2021. I lived my life like that miserable fucking person. I was constantly miserable. And it came out on YouTube. Constantly fighting with people, constantly miserable. Hated everybody. And the only thing that got me was money in my pockets on YouTube. Other than that, it got me absolutely nowhere. It made me so bitter and so hateful that one day I had to wake up and be like, my God, who am I? I was like, this is not even who the fuck I am. It's not even who I choose to be. It's like, when did I become so miserable? And I think it was Sage. Sage or Dayton said to me, Mom, why are you so unhappy? I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I was like, I honestly don't know. And I think that's what changed it. Because one day I had to wake up and be like, why am I so fucking miserable? Why do I want to fight with these people every fucking day on the internet? What the hell's wrong with me? Why do I want to, like, not impose my opinions? Because fuck, I still do that now. But why do I want to constantly berate someone? Like, what good does that do me? Absolutely nothing. And I mean, to be fair, I never really did. Like, you don't see me going in someone's um live and bashing them and pointing out their faults, and it's fucking stupid. I'm not saying I've never done it, but it's stupid. I think last time I did that was with Natasha Cooper against Granny's Watching, and it lasted like a week. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, this is not even fun. And sadly, there's whole channels about this. Fucking LOL queens. That's all these people do is just bash the girls and then they rack in the money. Like, you have to pay $20 to bash them or something stupid. And they're racking in money. Tons of views. That says so much about the community and how sad the fucking community is that they're paying people just to bash them. Like, what are we, fucking living in 1920s? That's weird. It's creepy. You don't like someone, don't watch them. Yeah, I mean, it's okay to have an opinion on someone, but the dramatics that some of these people go to and the lengths that some of these people go to. Hey, look, it's no secret. I don't like Betty. This is not a secret. This has been known for years. And sometimes I'll give my opinion. And sometimes I'll do a reaction. Sometimes, maybe once a month, if that, once every couple of months. Because that's normal. I'm in her community. She's technically a coworker, as Molly once said. And that's fine. And I don't have a problem if someone does that to me. You don't like something I said or you don't agree with my live, that's fine. Have an opinion. But half of these people's sole purpose in life is to bash the fuck out of people. Look, if you're that bored, and if you're that bored in life, go take up a hobby. Go play cards. Go fucking do crochet. Do something. But grow the fuck up. And I mean, honestly, just for the fact that JP bashed my business based on some lies that someone told her is fucking hysterical to me. JP, you really just showed your ass. You really, truly just showed what a fucking ignorant moron you are. So thank you for that. You confirmed what I've known all along, but didn't have actual confirmation. Now I have actual confirmation. You really are that fucking dumb. Sad. Maybe you should take some college courses. Go back to school. Because what a miserable fucking life you lead. So again, 25% off. We only got one more sale, so it's only 3. Come on, we need more. We're already over an hour. I didn't actually even plan on staying on an hour. I plan on saying what I had to say and be gone. Go back to my squeezable wax melts that I can't get right. And that's another thing. Criminal Med, what collection is it going to be in? I don't even know yet. Just pick any candle and then write in the notes you want the blueberry. But just pick the right style candle you want. And it's also going to be in wax melts too. There was something else that I got. Now I can't remember. I buy so much shit. You have no idea. Oh, you know what? Speaking of, come to think of it, when I used to use mica in candles, when I did testing, it worked fine. And a lot of people were like, it's not burning. So I couldn't figure out what it was. I'm like, it's got to be the mica. I must be using too much mica because it drowns out the candle. But a lot of people got candles that they had to turn into wax melts based on the mica. Something like that was a trial and error. So people were telling me about these wicks, and I read about them in my group. So I decided to try them because I'm on strike from 2 different manufacturers right now due to their shipping prices. So I tried these different wicks, and I had ordered like 500 wicks in 5 different sizes, 100 a piece. And 2 of the bags are way too big. Like, I don't even have vessels that these wicks are good for. So I decided, let me try something. So I loaded up a candle with glitter and mica. It's so pretty. And I used one of the bigger wicks. And it works perfectly. I'm like, ooh, this is brilliant. I mean, am I going to sell it? No. Because I'd be afraid. But that's one of those things, trial and error. I'm still going to share that with my audience. I'm still going to share, what I did. That doesn't mean that gives you a right to go run and talk about it. I don't know. It just makes me sick. Especially because I have never, ever bashed anybody's business. Ever. I have never once critiqued someone's business. I have never once fucking bashed someone's business. Yeah, it's Sparkle. They're in the wax melts. It just, I don't know. Mica's really pretty to me. But when I first started using it, I had to think to myself, I don't want to give up the mica because it's so pretty. But who really sits there and stares at a candle? Nobody. So it was kind of pointless. You don't sit there and look at your candle. I mean, it's pretty, yeah, but who's going to look at it? So it also is good if you use like a dark mica and then like with a dark dye, and then you do cover it with like a white wax. So this way, when it burns, it's burning two different colors because it burns the white wax, but it shows the dark mica. It's just very pretty. Thank you, Amber. It just happens to be really pretty. But like, who sits there and stares at their fucking candle? Nobody. So I was like, all right, this is pointless. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and buy an amazing candle from Laura. If you can, love to our purple family. Hell yeah. And 25% off till Friday. And you won't be disappointed. And the first, I think I have 10 of them. I think I have 10 or 15 practice ones. And if you order a candle, you also get free squeezable wax. You get a 4-ounce thing of free squeezable wax with every candle order. You may have to cut the bag because some of them are a little harder, but those are my trial and errors. And that's pretty much it. Trying to think is there anything else. I think that's it. Squeezable. Yes. You squeeze it into a wax melter. It's kind of like, instead of the cubes, it's squeezable and it's got a lot of glitter. If you don't like glitter or pretty things, then you probably don't like it. But when you put it into the wax melter and it melts, you see all the glitter, and it's so pretty. It's kind of like the mica with candles. But there's a formula, and for some reason, every fucking time I do it, it's too hard. It comes out too hard. But we're almost there. I'm close. So I tried it with a bunch of different scents, and I still keep messing up. And then I got to make labels for them, and then I'll take pictures. But they'll all be on the website later. No, like a wax melter. Let me show you. I used to sell them, but they didn't sell enough. I mean, you could buy one at Walmart. Hobby Lobby. Michael's. Amazon. And you just get like Scentsy sells them, but they're like really expensive. Yeah, you can get one that plug in the wall, or you can get one that you need a tea light candle. Let me look. Walmart has a pretty big selection. Yeah, I'm just on Walmart's website. So they kind of look like this. That one's cute. Then you have the plugins. To be honest with you, the ones I got from Hobby Lobby were horrible. Like, they never smelled. I got one from Scentsy a long time ago when I was, selling for Scentsy, and that one worked really well. But the ones I got from Hobby Lobby, you didn't smell anything. I don't know if it didn't get hot enough. I mean, it melted. So I would recommend a more expensive one. When I say more expensive, like $20 maybe. But Scentsy does have some good ones, but they're so expensive. But I really didn't realize there was like a difference. That looks like a Scentsy one. I didn't realize there was a difference. But yeah, every one that we had from Hobby Lobby just did not smell. I didn't know a wax melter could make a difference. But I guess it does. I would assume Better Homes and Gardens ones are pretty good. But yeah, all of these are wax melters. Has anyone else found that? Hey, Rocco. Yes. All my candles are natural, 100%. There's no added chemicals. There's no paraffin in it. They are clean candles. They're clean coconut and beeswax. Actually, that's a lie. Right now, it's coconut, apricot, soy. I'm just not changing everything on the website for a temporary. But they are eco-friendly, sustainable. These happen to be vegan. Because nobody's had my regular wax in. But we should be getting it back. So yeah, those are all wax warmers. But seriously, has anybody else ever run into that? Where the wax warmer didn't make it smell good? That's cute. My doctor uses my vet uses this. I was thinking about giving him a candle. So what this is, and if anybody has one of these, just let me know. Because what this is instead of lighting a candle, the heat from the light actually lights it. I'm so glad struggle is real. Got my candle order yesterday from you. I'm loving them. Thanks. Absolutely. Right now, I'm running a special, 25% off. So yeah, if anybody orders one of these, just let me know. What this is instead of lighting it, even if it has a wick, instead of lighting it, the heat from the light actually melts it and gives you the same aroma. So something like that, if you used it, I would use mica in it because it's just pretty. You love the candle lamp? I don't know. Does it work well? Do you use my candles in it? Yeah, but I'm talking the same wax. I've used the exact same wax in the one from Scentsy and the one from Hobby Lobby. Like the exact same wax. The exact same, squares. And one smelled and one didn't. I just found it really odd. And I've tried different ones and same thing. Wasn't old at all. Listen to me. It was the exact same 6 squares. The exact same pack. I put one in the one in the bathroom in Scentsy, and then I put one in the one from Hobby Lobby in the other bathroom. And the one from Scentsy worked wonderful. The one from Hobby Lobby didn't work at all. The exact same squares. See, there you go. Yankee candle warmers don't throw off scent like my Scentsy one with the same squares, right? So I'm glad I'm not the only one though. That's something I didn't know. I didn't think that a warmer would change it. But like Scentsy uses light bulbs and Scentsy warmers are good. It's the bulb watts that do it. Yeah, because some of these don't even have bulb watts. Like the plug-in ones, there is no bulb. See what I mean? I learn something new every day. And I'm not ashamed of that, or I'm not embarrassed of it. It is what it is. I never claimed to be an expert. Yeah, but the ones from Hobby Lobby are like the ones from Walmart. Like they don't have a heat level or anything. But I would think that just plugging it in, it would get hot enough. But no, it doesn't. That's why I stopped selling them. Candle lamp is adjustable. It's just weird though. So yeah, I'm gonna recommend you want an expensive thingy if you're gonna use wax melts. I mean, I guess if you have a small house, it doesn't matter. Do you have to buy light bulbs for it? Your oil should say on site what heat is good for throw off of scent. I'll have to add that. I don't know. I've never seen that on anyone's site though. Come to think of it, I've never seen that on a website. I mean, honestly, all of my you could smell. Well, oh, you're saying the wax itself? Yeah, but that's different. Promo quote code is came from JP. Yeah, the heat I know what you're saying, the heat of the wax, or the melt of the wax. But to me, that's just when you're burning it. I mean, when you're melting it down. And the whatchamacallit point, for oils. For some reason, all of a sudden, I'm brain dead. But you know what I mean. Fragrance company to buy, look, see what heat it recommends for strong. Who writes for strong throw? I know your melting point or where it burns, where it's going to burn. But I've never seen, I use all the companies. I've never seen them say what heat it recommends for strong throw. Give me a company. I want to check. Because I have not seen that. Okay. There's a new vendor I want to try. Did you hear about him? I know I'm not getting the name right. Delucia, I think. Delucia? Something like that. People in my Facebook group keep talking about him. Delucia? I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I'm trying to think. The only thing I've ever seen is your melting point or your burn point for oils. Thank you, Gina. Yes, we need to promote. The only thing I buy from Aztec, I get my gel from them because I love that they're the only ones that have gel anymore from Penico. So I do get my gel from them and the beer scent. Their beer scent is better than anywhere. I've tried all different other beer scents. They're the only ones that I like. Other than that, that's all I use them for. But I'm on strike from Candle Science and Makesy. Total strike. I refuse to use either one of them ever again. Candle Science is going to be a little hard, but I'm totally on strike. These companies are blatant highway robbery on shipping. Like, we don't ship stuff every day. I know what shipping costs. And they're just blatantly lying. and saying that it costs 14 times what it does. And then Makesy, I'm just so fed up with them. So I'm on strike. All right. As long as it's not Virginia Candle Supply, because I don't like them. Smell beer all day and night. No, really, Aztec's the only one that has good beer scent that doesn't burn. Yeah, I don't want a supplier that sells on Amazon, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, or any of them. No, thank you. I've been using Lone Star lately. I use so many suppliers. Someone said to me in my candle group, they were like, well, where do you get your scents from? So I name a whole list. I'm like, well, I use this one for flower scents. I use this one for woodsy scents. I use this one for my drink scents. I use this one for winter scents. I was like, every one of them has different they're good, have the best at one thing. So I use a lot of them. But there's a couple of new ones coming up. Oh, and Hive and Honey. That's my other one I use. That's who I use for wax and some scents and wicks. They're my new go-to. But as soon as a company tries to fuck me on shipping, I'm out. Bye. And I love Candle Science. I do, but I will not deal with their shipping. It's just blatant robbery. And I'm like, well, they lost a good customer. And they don't have anything that everyone else doesn't have either. Since have a drink collection candles to people's gifts. Yes. I have to get boxes for the drink collections. I need new boxes. Nah, Etsy, they're too expensive. I mean, all Etsy is like someone like me creating scents and then selling them. Which I thought about doing too. I don't know. I have the whole world in front of me, and maybe that's the other thing that gets to me. Is there so much money to be made, and I'm sitting here worried about what JP says? Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? There's so many things I could be doing. And here I am talking about JP. Like, duh. No, I don't think I would get scammed from Etsy. But they're just like, I mean, I've seen them try to sell wax that was like way overpriced. But they're just, regular people. But I thought about that too, making my own scents. I mean, because I make them now, but. They do have good buyer, but a lot of people bitch about Etsy though. I don't know. The only reason why I haven't sold on Etsy is just because it is too much to set up. Like, I don't want to set up everything again. Are you on Go Imagine, K-Bears? I signed up for them. I've paid for 3 months and still haven't finished my website on there. Every month I get a thing, like, there's another $15 down, and I still haven't finished it. Figure get in the beginning. I buy my sprinkles from Etsy. I once bought Fruit Loops from Etsy a long time ago, a couple of years ago. I'm like, what am I doing? I can make these myself. Just use real sprinkles. See, I keep saying that. I had a TikTok shop and I never used it. And then everyone's like, Laura, get on TikTok. Do a TikTok shop. So I got to set one up again. I just don't want to get all started and then I can't do anymore. And then they shut it down. I think K-Bears make soaps and candles, maybe? Ugh. Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, burner phone, that was the dumbest fucking comment I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. Like, it doesn't get dumber than that. It just doesn't. To say that, why would I have a sale? Really? Are you that fucking dumb? Show me a company that doesn't have a sale. Like, duh. What a fucking moron. See what I mean? These people are too dumb for me. They're just too dumb. I know. I heard there's a lot of sales in Don't you make soap too, K-Bears? I thought you make soap. So let me ask you a question, K-Bears, since you make candles. Why do LX wicks mushroom so bad? Have you run into that? Have you seen that problem? I got all these LX wicks and some of them just mushroom. Oh, you do air fresheners? I thought you just said you did candles. So that's the thing on TikTok Shop. Cheap, it works. I've gotten some good. I bought stuff off TikTok Shop. I know. Imagine these grown-ass women making such stupid comments to troll on the interweb. Sad, lonely, miserable people. I'll pray for them. I'll have Dayton pray for them. But have you ever used LX Wix? I tried them with this coconut apricot I'm using. Oh my god, all they do is mushroom. Even the smallest one mushrooms. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, well, I won't be using these wicks. Well, the coconut apricot is the soy. Because, I don't know, for some reason the company stopped making my coconut beeswax. But yeah, everyone swears by LX Wicks, and I tried them and bleh. I was using 454 for my wax melts. That's a coconut soy. I started making candles on 464. And then I moved up to luxury. The luxury brands. Do I think the pay difference is worth it? I don't know. The coconut apricot. And I still have some 454 left over. I am still using a little bit of that. But that I'm mainly use for my testing. But I try to do the same wax as I do in the candles. Yeah, but I'm finding even when I use the 454, that's not coming out right either. That's also coming out too hard. So I'm adding more oil, and this morning I added coconut oil, hoping that'll soften it up more. But oh, you make the squeezable? I like making them. I really do. I'm enjoying it. I love the glitter and stuff, but I can't get them soft enough. And then I made a whole batch of cotton candy today. Totally forgot to add color to it. I was like, why do these look so blah? I'm like, duh, you forgot to add the color. It looks pretty with just the glitter. Well, I know the formula. Formula is just mineral, vegetable, and I use a little jojoba, whatever it's called, oil too. And today I had a coconut oil. With one squeezable so you can judge how long you want your wax scenting. What? I mean, the formula is easy. It's just getting it right. For some reason, I'm not getting it right. I'm like, it's not working. And then I had to empty them all and then add the color. Why use squeezable? Is this? It's less messy, and you don't have to pop a wax out. You don't have to touch it. You just squeeze it out, and then it's pretty with the glitter. I don't know. Everyone that does wax melts seems to love them. I was like, let me try them. I'm like one of these, oh, I see something. Now I'm going to try it. Even if I suck at it, I'm still going to try it. So that's where we're at. Believe me, there's many things I've tried that ended up in the damn garbage. I'm like, okay, this is not going to work. I was like, I am just not crafty enough to make this work. Or I'll see things like on some of my groups. I'm like, oh my God, that's beautiful. And then I'll go to try it. I'm like, yeah, that's a hard no. That is not something I can do at all. I was like, how do these people do this? Sometimes I think their pictures are fake. Squeezable hold scent longer and store it. Yes, you can hold it up to a year. And you can add more scent to it, I heard. I heard you could do a 12% ratio instead of 10% or 8%. Honestly, Criminal Med, I like it because you can add glitter. And I just like glitter. I think it's so pretty. But again, nobody ever stares at their candles. So, but speaking of, I'm going to get off so I can get this done before Dayton gets here and we work on my sound effects. So as soon as the sound effects are done, I will go live just to play. And K-Bears, definitely email me. Yeah, you're not really heating it per se, so you can add more oil because it's not going to burn off. So, or you can screw it up a million times like I did. Oh, you've stared at a candle? There you go. I don't know. I've stared at my candles, but I'll make you a Criminal Med that you'll see what I mean. I'll do the two-tone. I'll make you a small one with your order. So, all right, I'm going to get off, though. Let me get back to candles and these squeezable melts. But K-Bears, definitely email me. And thank you guys for the super chats. Even you, JP. Don't forget, 25% off. Let's make as much money as we can on JP's name. I mean, hell, she did, right? She got super chats under my name. So let's make some candle sales under her name. And exactly. Thank you, JP, for the discount. Everyone go thank her. Let's get as many orders as possible. And I will see you guys tonight. Peace. And mods, thank you for a great job.